So this is actually take 243 in actually getting this episode right. Please don't ask me for bloopers. I've deleted them. They were actually very very bad. So this is yet another episode of Sit Down Comedy, and today's big episode is actually brought to you by nobody. Nobody is sponsoring this episode. I am doing it self. So this one is Dog Parents. So me and dogs have had a very interesting relationship for a very, 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 very long time. So it was early in my childhood when I was just near the gate of my house coming back. This mad dog came out of absolute nowhere. It had actually bitten around 6 or 7 people in the locality, and then this mad dog actually came and bit my bum. And thankfully, I was wearing jeans, and it really didn't penetrate to really a stronger degree, and that's why I'm so sane right now. But I was, the very proud recipient of around 7 injections to my bum after that, and I've been visually scared of syringes after that, and also visually scared of dogs after that. So yeah, me and dogs are very, 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 very far away in everything that happens. So this dog parent as a topic has been on my mind for quite some time. I think I understood like for me to get to know about dog parenting. Uh, I think a lot of it has to do with Bumble. So a lot of people on Bumble are dog parents, and that's when I understood, oh, there's something like this called dog parents. So, and then I also understood that this is a sasta way of actually becoming parents. This is the easiest and the smartest and the cheapest way to become parents. Don't get me wrong, economically the easiest way. And somebody asked, how do I actually become a dog parent? Very simple. You can adopt an indie dog. Second, I strongly urge you to do it if you are looking at adoption. Secondly, is check with a breeder. They would have had 10 to 12 puppies, or sometimes 7 to 8 puppies, and they're usually willing to give away all of the seven. And then yeah, you can basically then just go get a certified dog breeder, and then pay money and get yourself your first dog kid. I don't know if you can call that a dog kid. uh, yeah, that's how it is. You pay money and you get it. So the whole point of people actually envying certain parents who are dog parents is actually that you don't have to go on dates. There's no age qualification because age qualification to become parents. So it's not like after 18, after 21. Like as soon as you fall in love with becoming dog parents, you can actually go and get yourself a dog parent. So you can actually become a dog parent. So there's hardly any criteria for that. So you could actually be 3 years old, but then you could still be a dog parent. You could be 30 years old, you could be a dog parent. You could be 80 years old, you could be a dog parent, and you could do it without getting married, without legally getting married, without illegally getting married. There's no like American laws like that prevent you to do abortion. You can actually become a dog parent in the fastest. So next revolution in terms of this could be that click of a button, there's a new app that says dogs delivered in 10 minutes. Just all you have to do is blink. Yeah, so dog parents can be done in 10 minutes. But yeah, jokes apart, yeah, general disclaimer is that if at all this particular episodes offend you, then yeah, please don't basically when you're walking next to me with your dog, don't let the chain off, and then then put who let the dogs out in the background. So I am pretty scared of dogs, like I told you, and me and dogs maintain a very safe distance. So coming back to me and my friend and her husband actually becoming dog parents. So I was actually confused. Do I call them and tell them, "Hey, congratulations, man! Yeah, your fruit that you've been trying for the last 6 7 years is actually born fruit," or finally, family planning. All those conversations are gone. So I don't know if I have to tell them congratulations. And yeah, should I also go take sweets and then all the tap oil, banana, and all that banana things. I don't know what they call post pregnancy things. To them and say, okay, congratulations, so wonderful, yeah, and then actually do this, you this all these things that your random uncles and aunties actually have, like I have learned this to observation, okay. So when you actually gone to see the kid, you'll see the kid like this, you'll see the kid like that, you'll be like, oh, and then you basically talk to the kid in the kid language, and then you're like, ooh, ah, and all that stuff, and then suddenly you'll be like, oh, this looks exactly like the father from this angle. No, when you look at only this part and this part, the everything is about the father. And another cousin is like, no, no, if you look below, if you do only look at this part, it looks like the mother. So basically, this is old school Sastavala DNA test. You are basically giving a certification saying that this kid actually is the fruit of this person and this person uh, enjoying conjugal bliss, and that's why this kid has been born. And just because it looks like the hubbu, and like this part looks like the father, this part looks like the mother, this is an official certification from our end. This is the Sastavala DNA test. Yeah, it's okay. Congratulations. This I can't do with the dog parent. Just be like, I look at the tail and be like, oh, this looks exactly like you. Look at him smile. Oh, it just looks like you. Oh my God, really? I can't do that, that's just trying to actually do what Trevor Noah and Gabriel Iglesias does, but I don't know if it really came off. But yeah, you cannot do this. You cannot go and say, yeah. So for young kids, you can be like, yeah, when you actually like take them and then just talk to them, take them in your arms and you're talking to them, you're just making finger movements like this, and then you're basically wiggling your tongue, and then the kid's actually looking at you like, what the hell is happening here, and then it's laughing. You cannot do that with dogs. I don't know if you can actually do that with young dogs. Put like hold them here in your hand, and then be like, and that doesn't happen. Like you cannot sing them a lullaby. I don't know if dog parents actually do that. But then in my syllabus, it's not there. And they're like, oh, he's not been potty trained, and then zing, it will come, and the dog will actually pee on you. So there are very 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 high chances that the kid and the dog can actually pee on you. So and then they're like, the dog doesn't bite. She's not got full-fledged teeth. And then you're like, oh shit, I actually didn't consider that. What if I'm doing like this and the dog actually like puts this thing on you? Is he vaccinated? Have you given him this? And then I'm like, then I actually did this joke with my friend. So there's this practice that the first son has a first son, and then first grandson, and then there's another one. So usually the eldest member of the family has a very strong uh, strong sense of livelihood. Sorry, longevity. There's a very strong sense of longevity. So there's a special function called Kanakabhisheka. So where the oldest person gets a lot of attention for being for basically surviving for a longer time, and also to have three or four generations pass through, and they're still being alive. That's a very very strong, very nice moment when it's with humans. So now if you're a dog parent, and 2 or 3 years the dog's going to be up and running, and no, it's going to be like, yeah, now get me married, and it's going to want to have its own babies, man. You can't basically push off natural instinct. So 4 years babies, another 4 years grandbabies, then another 4 years grandbabies, another 4 years, another like 16, 17 years. So the dog parent, the original dog parent, that's the one who actually bought the dog, will be grandparents, great grandparents, great grandparents within like 10 years span. Like if that's the case. But for this particular reference, they're like, no, we've actually got this person neutered. So basically, they cut his balls off. So this young fellow who comes home, like, yeah, he's wagging his tail for you, and then he's like, okay, in zone, this thing is like, da 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 da, another 3 years, I'm going to get married. All you've done is like, you cut off his dreams. Nothing, no kids for you. We are getting you as our kid, but then no kids for you. Sorry. Sorry, we cannot have you romping all around like Casanova, and get all the ladies in the house and beyond the houses pregnant, other than lady dogs in the house pregnant. So we cannot have you doing that. That's completely not acceptable. So what we'll do is we'll cut you off such that you could basically enjoy it, but then nothing outside comes of it. We're not breeders, by the way, so you will stay with us until you are with us. But then we will take you away from your parents, the original parents. We will become parents for you. We will feed you with pedigree. We'll feed you with all the nice things. We'll take you out for a walk whenever we want to. We'll open Instagram pages for you where we will put all photos of you. And then when you're a kid, a young kid, when you fart, when you shit, when you eat, when you throw tantrums, we'll basically make videos of you. Then we'll post that on social media. We and you will become celebrities, and then I'll make money out of you. But then I will not let you to have your right of actually having children of your own. So dog children of your own. Sorry, that's how we operate. And yeah, we're being dog parents. Now pose for a photo. Selfie today. Hashtag selfie with my dog. So selfie with my dog also actually came to the next logical conclusion is that how do you actually name your dog? So that's quite an interesting thing. So if you're like this friend of mine, they are they were actually confused as to what to name the dog. So they cannot actually keep human names for it. Human names, not the most ethical thing to do. So you have to look at different say English or local language names that does not offend anybody. So basically, when you're walking and then you call that call your dog's name. It shouldn't offend anyone. You shouldn't get into cases. People should not sue you, especially if you're in America, in all the other countries where they're sue hungry and basically trigger hungry for a lot of things. Yeah, they could actually shoot you and then be like, yeah, this dog basically tried to threaten me, and then I shot in self-defense. Didn't hit the dog. My aim was actually bad. Hit the owner. Yeah. So. um, and just before I asked the naming ceremony, and I asked how many days will it take for you to have a namkarna, so a naming ceremony. I asked her where are the baby shower photos. They were actually planning to post baby shower photos. So this is like they actually had a photograph where they actually put for the lady, like for my friend. Like two pillows to her stomach, and then that basically came out like a bloated thingy. And then the husband Bhavam is actually holding a placard saying, "Is it a boy? Is it a girl?" And then the next photo, it's actually they're actually holding the dog in their hands. So they'd actually done that as a photo shoot. So, I'd like to congratulate the creativity of theirs. Also to say how our photographers can actually run scams even without having a baby. So I think the photography is a complete package. You can be like now all those Byju's and other things. No, you pay 29 rupees and then you get something like this. So you pay like 10 lakhs, or you ensure that you for the entire for you and your wife and two kids until they have their 5th birthday. We'll give you full Sastawala deal. We are the photographers for you. Anytime you call, we come. There's 30 lakh down payment for it. So, right from when you start dating, we'll make a video out of it. We'll give you video, we'll give you soft copies, we'll give you, we'll edit it and put it in such a way that you can actually put it on your social media profiles. But it's a stand onboarding is 30 lakhs. And then it's like a lifetime free for until your kid become 5 years. And there's no, if something happens to you and, you are no longer in the picture, there's no extension. So until this particular timeline, we'll give you this, but then after that, no. So photography has actually become such a big thing. I thought I am actually kicking myself saying, why did I become an engineer? So just imagine if I had become a good photographer over the last 6 to 8 years and then built a decent portfolio. I could actually start doing, dating photography. when they're actually dating, we take photos of them, like real good DSLR photos. We do it in different places. So we go with them to different destinations like Kebab Mehdi. So you can also tell them, see, it's not me and my girlfriend that are going. If for your parents also, this person, there are four other people who are tagging along. There's the cameraman, there's a light boy, there's the editor uncle, then there's like music uncle, and like it could be aunt also. So technically speaking, so and then we're all going on a trip. So we can do it at Dudhsagar, we can do it at Taj Mahal, we can do it in Venice, we can do it like, yeah, we can do dating profiles. And then after dating, then you can also switch. No, you date somebody and then you marry somebody else. So that package is going to change. But then yeah, we can actually make a deal. Breakup also, post breakup, we can all put you like this, full udas, then gift you fast track, so that you can actually move on, and then give you give you a separate package. We could make you udas, like we could make you write shit poetry and then post it on Instagram, and also make you really famous. And then yeah, we could actually then when you eventually get married, pre-wedding photo shoot, and then wedding photo shoot, and then uh, post wedding photo shoot, a wedding video, and then candid photos while you basically are crying, basically cringing about how much you're going to spend on photography and other stuff. Take random photos of people who you don't even know, and say, okay, these are the photos that you have taken. Send us close to 30,000 photographs and say, okay, choose 30, and then we'll make an album for you. And then also, yeah, this could be extended to also dog parents. Now, like also, like when you get the dog, when the dog mother and the dog father are actually getting married, and then when the baby is born, the first stuff, for first few moments of that, make it into a video, like proper HD video, and then put really nice background music, full KGF, and then all any music for that matter, that's really world famous. And yeah, coming back to that, so I asked them, and then they also had this structure. So switching off, coming back to the dog babies. So I asked them, so your photographer had actually made a blue theme. If the baby was actually a boy and had made a full, had put Chota Bheem and other cartoon characters, I don't know what other dog characters, Scooby Doo and stuff like that, like proper, photo shoots. Or if the dog is a girl, so they'd actually done both. If the dog is actually a guy, then it's a blue themed this thing, and if the dog's actually a girl, then or a female, then it's yeah, full pink, like total blank pink everywhere. There's pink cake, there's pink feet, what's the slippers, pink dress, pink hats, pink wand, pink bangles. Oh my god, that was like full pink. Like everybody is pink. Like everybody has a dress theme of actually coming in pink, and like full Cinderella. Like somebody loses their chappal, then they're like, oh, some prince is going to come. Like I hope that actually extends to temples and other places where you actually lose your slippers. So every time when I was a kid and I lost slippers, I'm like, oh, some princess is going to come and give my chappal to me, and my chappal to me, and I'm going to marry her. So that didn't happen. Like burst my bubbles there. So yeah, I asked them this, and then actually got a stare saying, how dumb can you be? That if it's boy then it's blue, if it's girl then it's pink, but it could also be everything else. How can you be so dumb about this? And then they've actually done a this placard. So this guy is holding, it's not a boy, it's not a girl, it's our we are dog parents, and then the dog is actually quite trying to run away. So I had a real life real laugh at this. So I don't know if and then I asked, like, what was the song that was playing when, or what's the name for your dog baby or baby dog? And then the sit down comedy in me is like, so if it's a dog baby, then it's okay. If it's a baby dog, then it has to be like, there has to be a new song. So the rappers in the world are going to be like, baby dog hoso de di, a baby dog hoso de di, te 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 ta ta. So baby dog hoso ne di. So they'll have some dog celebrity actually do an item number. I don't know why it's called an item number, but sadly, yeah. So baby doggo Sonidhi, my God. So yeah, this really offended them. So I had to switch back to possible non-controversial topics. I asked them, so now that you're dog parents, have you actually assigned responsibility for each other as to who's going to clean the potty? And how frequent is it that somebody is going to clean the potty? It's like first potty you do it, second I do it, third he does it, fourth I do it. So is it already done like that? And then Saturday and Sundays, uh, the father basically looks after the kid, and then rest of the days it's like this. Or you've done like have you a dog nanny so that you both of you can actually go and actually work on your own stuff. So they said no, we actually are sharing responsibilities within ourselves, and both of them are equally responsible. That is completely understand. That's a given. And I asked them, so or when do you plan to actually post photos of your dog on Instagram? They said, no, 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 that's not possible. My grandmom is told that whenever there's a new baby in the house, the first 3 or 4 months, nobody has to like see photos of that. No, like even not look in the mirror, not hold them near the head, and then basically all of that. So we're giving the our baby with Cerelac and other stuff. So yeah, we don't take photographs. We take photographs, like there are like 16,000 photos in the last 2 weeks, but we're not posting it on Instagram and all. We are not like that, man. We're not like that. So and then I'd actually gone with a friend of mine, and quite an elder friend of mine, to actually visit them at the house. So that person is a serious astrologer fan. So he's an astrology fan. So he's like, can you tell me when was the dog born? What date? What was the star alignment? I will get its kundali. Like what's that kundali done? Sorry, kundalini. I will get its kundali done, and then I will give you the chart. Then you can be like. Then you can also look at what can be the problems that you can associate with the dog, when it can have problems, what's the right name to give it. All of that we can actually get this done for you. Same package, but like around 500 rupees discount because it's not a human baby. So uh, and this put me in full josh and asking, what do you want to keep the name for your when you become dog parents. So I said, yeah, you can't keep Indian names, so you'll have to find names that are non-controversial. So this one has blue eyes, so you can keep it as blue. This is actually brown, so you can keep it as brownie, like not chocolate brownie. So some of the names they had actually considered was blues, and then jazz, and then jacuzzi, and then this very English word, a very very proper called panache. This is like Shashi Tharoor, naming the dog. And then they had actually had one called Casino. I was like, what the hell is that? And they had like a list of names that were very interesting. They were all English. So these guys were not like John English, but these were all English names. And yeah, so this prompted me to actually share some of the things with regards to some of the other names that was there. So one of my friend actually had his cousin and their family actually buy a dog, and they actually named it Sugar. So because everybody in the family has diabetes, so they named this dog as Sugar. And there was another dog whose name was actually Dog. So just like for the dog, how does it matter what name it call, what name you call? So it is going to respond to you after quite some time. You can call it, Blackie, Brownie, Pinky, Bhima, whatever you call that, like Boxer, uh, Dragon, Dracarys, anything you call it 100 times. That eventually it'll understand. Okay, this owner or this person in the house is calling me, and I will respond to it. So I don't know dog algorithms how they work. So you should actually build AI bots or AI things for that. So natural intelligence is not really helping us. We're not able to decipher the language. So neuro linguistic programming (NLP) for dogs uh, AI also, like, so when they're actually growling, is it actually a low growl because they're hungry, because they're threatened, they're going to, basically maul you, they're going to come and bite your leg, bite your, not bite you at all. So they want to be pampered. So just looking at them, you should be able to understand what, like, your phone must be able to get what it is. So your body can be full of sensors and cameras. As soon as the dog sees, it sees the dog, it analyzes the expression and sends a message to your brain saying, dog is friendly, go ahead, no issues with that. So I could also be brought into it. Where was I? Yeah, dog names. Yeah. So there one person that actually named it as dog. So it's like, dog, come here, and the dog actually came. And I'm going to take dog for walking. Like, the dog actually went for walking. And then dog sit, the dog sat, and the dog stand, dogs stand up, and then dog fetch, and then yeah, the dog actually came. So it did, like, it never got offended. It was like, you calling me dog, fantastic, thank you. If you had called me anything else also, I would have been completely fine. So yeah, and this was one thing, and then somebody, I think, actually had yeah, sugar, and then yeah, so this one person who had this dog that was black in color, so had fur that was black, so no racism or other things here, basically. So he'd called it the panther. So it actually post photos saying, panther found, uh, and some of them had actually retweeted his this thing saying panther found in in Bangalore, in suburbs of Bangalore, a panther found in Jayanagar. So they'd actually not seen what was the photo, but it had actually gone viral, and the forest department had actually come to his house saying, "Why the hell have you actually have a panther in your house?" But they found out that this is actually a small Chotuwala dog called these people had given it a name called Panther. So they had actually given it a name Panther just because it was black, and they could have as well given it a name as Bat Dog, like just like Batman, Bat Dog. I don't know if that is going to work because it's going to be Dog Man or Dog. I don't know why the US has actually not made movies like Dog Man. They've done Ant Man, they've done Aquaman, so maybe next they'll be doing Dog Man. I don't know. Yeah, they could actually do that, just by giving them ideas. There was another one that was brown, so they had actually called it brownie, and another one called chocolate because it was like darker. So, like, very interesting names in terms of how this is. And yeah, this was another dialogue that I got to hear when I was there with my friend, and the dog parent friend. Another friend goes, this is going to be your first real baby, and that means you're going to have another one soon, a real human one. Uh, so this is going to bring you good luck, and then the next human one is going to be coming very soon, like as if a soothsayer. The same astrologer friend, and they're like, I know, you just got married 3 months back. You can't become parents in just 3 months. Yeah, but then whatever you want to learn, you can actually learn from parenting dogs and put that relevant experience into play whenever you actually have your real dogs. And then they're like, no, no, we don't want to have kids. This dog is going to be our kid, and the dogs are never going to grow up and push us out of the house. Just like there's an expectation from the kids. So we don't have to pay for education. We don't have to pay for LKG, UKG. Buying 10 atlases over every year. So every year in our school they used to give atlas. Every year, same atlas. And yeah, so there's no fees like that. There's no marriage. There's no dahej. There's no uh, there's no putting them. There are no coding classes for dogs. There are no we'll improve your dog's public speaking skills. We're ensuring that's going to whenever it barks, it's going to go bow bow bow, not bow 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 bow. It's going to be pow pow. Very polished, very polished, very English to American. Not like, yeah, not like Desi Wala dogs. So we're gonna give it a full Desi, full American experience. So yeah, nothing. So they're like, no, we don't want to have real kids, real human kids, because that's too complicated. And that seriously shit my friend's pants. He's like, how can you do this? And I had to butt in and say, okay, you can actually use this relevant experience and put transferable skills that I know of on and make a LinkedIn post about this. And the astrologer friend is like, oh, by the way, will you feed your dog vegetarian food or non-vegetarian? So he wanted to know whether the dog is veg or non-veg. So because he has a dog, he's not a dog parent by the way. He has a dog, and they have built the dog like a serious strong dog. It's actually a bull mastiff. There's also a Great Dane, and all like these are big dogs. Huh? They are big dogs, and they have been built up with a standard Brahminical family supply of curd rice. Day one to day whenever they are going to eventually move on, they're only getting curd rice, no chicken, no eggs, nothing like that. They're going to get mosrana. I think they may give eggs. This fellow silently feeds eggs because eggs is in the gray zone. No? So it's not veg, not non-veg. So he's erring on the side of caution, and he's giving them eggs for some time. That's what he told me. But then his curiosity was, will you bring the dog up with vegetarian values or non-vegetarian values? So yeah, and they're like, we've not really thought about it, so we'll think about it. We'll let you know, FII. So they just wanted to get us out of the house as soon as possible. And yeah, so like I said, I envy all of these dog parents. So quick things have happened. They like I said, nothing. They don't have to get married to have to become dog parents. They don't have to go through all the rejections of arranged marriage. Nothing. No left swipe, right swipe of Bumble. Seriously strong. Feelings about breakups. Love triangles, crushes, nothing. Like this is like the boon that has been granted to us by the gods. And then yeah, somebody is going to do a basically a unicorn saying we're going to deliver dogs to you in 10 minutes. They all you have to do is, I hope you got the joke. I hope you got the reference. All you have to do is blink, and then you get 10 minutes deliveries. So, and then people are going to be like, yeah, my life changed because of this particular app. I got a dog. Yeah. So and switching off, and I actually came back home, and I would have, and then I had to make a LinkedIn post, right? So I am a social media influencer. I had to make a LinkedIn post about dog parents. So don't worry, I am also trolling myself. It's not just I'm trolling others. So so I troll myself so that one day you can be like, oh, when you get a dog, no, we will troll the hell out of you. Oh, do you mean that you feel you're so good that there's nothing about you that we can joke? No, you can joke about anything like my hairstyle, my beard, my mustache, anything and everything. You can joke about it. I don't give a damn. But it has to be quality joke. Huh? Don't do like dappa ones. So basically, LinkedIn. So I so this is like a serious project. So you basically, for you to become parents, it's a long process. Like I said, marriage, then all the breakup scenes. Sorry, love, breakup, marriage, all the photo shoots in between, and then eventually you get to know each other. And if it's love marriage, you already know each other, and then you can actually start fighting soon. So then actually you get to that point, you plan, and then you eventually have eventually get pregnant, and then in the entire delivery process, then you pay hospital fees and all that. You basically come out of that, and then yeah, it's a huge process. So right from the start of marriage to having a baby is, I think, roughly a 3.5 to 4 year project. Like let's not make it a general one, but let's give it a realistic timeline. So 3.5 to 4 years project, and these people, dog parents, actually cut it down to 3 or 4 months, like max. So this is like efficiency at its best. They've actually, this is like a management institute's case study. So like, oh, how many? 3 years. So just put 3 years, 3 years to 3 months. So just imagine the overall amount of money and the resources and this basically done. So this is I don't know. I don't know if this Kaizen. I don't know if it's Gemba or all those fancy words that you're using. But then this is project management 101 or 1001 because this is heights of optimization. This is heights of efficiency and yeah. So and then I said, I called my communication team. Let's make a LinkedIn post about it. We're going to give dog parents 10 days of leave such that they can enjoy it. So we're going to get bitty publicity from me visiting my friend and also good for my company as well. So that we made into a LinkedIn post, and I think that's it for today's sit down comedy. There's too much of content. I don't know if you're going to see it, but then if you see it, if you hate it, absolutely don't leave your dog out when I am actually there. I am really, really scared of dogs. Bye bye. See you.